It's always sad just to know when something a part of the culture of a nation or even a town, it could be as small or large as you want, but when it's a part of the identity and it's fading away, it's just a sad situation. Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be watching and reacting to Last Call, the decline in English pubs, and I'm assuming just decline in the UK in general, the British Isles. So what inspired this video was me watching and reacting to the video comparing US pubs compared to UK pubs and the differences between the two. And I really get a sense of the culture through the comments of these pubs and kind of just the life, the nightlife around these pubs. Open arms kind of place. You have your neighbors, you have your friends there, you have your dog there, there's families there. And it's, in a lot of these places, it's very community oriented, it seems like. In some ways, it's a part of their identity, as in probably your identity. So many pubs, I mean, one, I think they claim there's a lot of back and forth in the comments of the oldest pubs in the UK. I'll have to do some research about that myself, but regardless, there are pubs from, 1100 and earlier there. It's incredible. Some people were saying the celebrities or the royalty that have been to these certain pubs, even if it was hundreds of years ago, it's an incredible scene. It's an incredible history, a part of your identity. And I think this is very important to know. I want to know why this decline is happening in pubs and the result or impact that this is having on communities and perhaps your town or city that you are in. Please, if you're able to expand upon this, I'll read the comments and join in on all of this. But let's jump in. It's a shorter video and let's get some information on this.
We've dropped in on the Churchill Arms pub in Kensington, serving pints since 1750. Winston Churchill's grandparents were regulars, and while it's thriving, it's part of a vanishing breed, as Roxana Saberi now tells us.
In the village of Southstoke, outside Bath, the Packhorse Pub has served the community for 150 years. You might say Brian Perkins goes way back.
So you were born in this pub?
Yes, that's right, in the room upstairs above the lounge here.
87 years ago?
That's correct.
Incredible.
Yes.
But 6 years ago, he and the town got some bad news.
When you heard that the pub was going to be closed, what did you think?
Well, I was disappointed, obviously. I didn't think in my lifetime I'd see it open again. We thought, well, that's it, that's the end of the line. And
for more and more pubs across Britain, it's last call.
Sad.
The decline in pubs has been very dramatic. There's no getting away from that. In the last 10 years alone, we've lost 10,000 pubs. Now, we used to have about 65,000. We're getting to a point where we now have 50,000. This is the George Inn.
Thoughts on that and your theories as to why this is? It's always sad just to know when something a part of the culture of a nation or even a town, it could be as small or large as you want, but when it's a part of the identity and it's fading away, which is a sad situation, makes you think a lot.
The building we're in now was built in 1677, which is pretty impressive.
Pete Brown has written more than half a dozen books on pubs and beer.
Cheers.
He says there's a lot at stake here.
I think pubs
Really nice.
are an essential factor of British life. I think it defines what being British is to some extent.
For centuries, pubs have been a place to mingle, read a book, and these days, even take the kids.
The British have a famous reserve when it comes to being sociable. And everything about the pub is micro-engineered to break down those social barriers and to enable people to talk to each other.
Are you comfy? Because you wanted a chair, didn't you, darling?
Roxy Beaujolais
This place fits all types.
has presided at her pub, the Seven Stars, for 20 years.
Innkeeping is a nurturing career. Do you want some fresh air? I mean, cooking and providing victuals and drink for people of good quality is, a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure if they appreciate it.
and her regulars do.
What do you like about it?
Well, it hasn't changed.
But if pubs aren't changing, Britain is.
You've got changing British social habits, people drinking less generally, really steep hikes in taxation, the smoking ban in 2007.
To this brew,
Are those the main reasons? Of course, those would all add into this, just like little baby steps, but a lot of these steps that are really shaping the outcome of this.
add real estate. Pub buildings are getting carved up into apartments. That's the fate the Packhorse faced. When a developer announced his plans, the residents were stunned.
It was almost a metaphorical pitchfork rebellion. You know, posters went up all over the village and then, around the area, essentially trying to be as loud as possible to say this just can't happen.
And thanks to Dom Morehouse and others, it didn't. Here in England, if a pub is declared an asset of community value, patrons are given time to bid on the property.
We
That's great.
were given 3 months to raise over £500,000.
And they did.
So this pub is so important to the community that it actually bought it back.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a really unique story. We have now over 430 shareholders, and not only did we raise the £500,000+ for the building, we had to raise another equivalent sum of money just to refurbish it.
Wow.
They reopened in March.
And this makes the whole community, they have a part of it, a part of their money and their livelihood in this pub. And this kind of, in a small way, a little historical moment for the town and for the people that are involved with this, which I think is fantastic. They always talk about community. They want these pubs around and to keep the community involved and talking to each other. All for it.
Brian Perkins poured the first pint. When we visited, the new owners and their kids were savoring their investment.
Do you guys want to work here one day?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. What do you want to do here?
Anything but the washing up.
Smart.
No one in Britain expects all pubs to disappear. The Packhorse might just provide a glimpse of their future.
I would imagine a lot of people think, well, if they can do it in Southstoke, we should be able to. You can do anything if you try, can't you?
Yeah, it's true. I like that ending picture right there. All the bottle caps. So, thoughts on that? This is a beautiful picture. I like this a lot. I wonder if this is in one of the pubs. Since there's so many pubs out there, do any of you know a pub owner? Or are you a pub owner, or used to be? There has to be someone out there. What, 60-something thousand pubs out there? I know one of you has connections. I like the aspect of the community coming in and saving a part of their culture. This is where, stuff like that happens. And I just saw on YouTube, I don't even know if I could do it. Hopefully I can. But do fundraisers where under the video you'll see like a little green bar of fundraiser for stuff. I think they have to be set up through Google, but it would be really fun and meaningful if I could do my own for anything really. But if there's some pub like that was out there that's raising money, I just come out with the video and have it a little fundraiser. No matter how much money is raised, I think, anything for those community places to keep them going, I'm all for it. I'm going to look into that because that could be fun. But let me know what your thoughts are on this video. And I'd really like to know your thoughts of why you believe, in your opinion, as to the decline in pubs in the UK. Because you are the ones that are there. You have much more insight on this than myself. I'm just seeing the videos and reading comments, and I get a lot of knowledge from that. But I'm not actually there, so it's kind of hard for me to know. So let me know what you thought. And I really, really enjoyed this video. When it gets down to like the identity of a country or a people, the culture is just an area that I really find fascinating and intriguing, because we all have this stuff in our own unique ways, in our own countries, in our own cities or towns, even down to a family matter. So thank you for watching. I'm going to look at this fundraising business, and until next time, keep on supporting your local pubs. Have a good rest of your day. Or night if you're watching this in a pub. And if so, everyone thanks you.